Okay, what's up guys? Welcome back to another tutorial video in UEFN. So, today we're going over material basics, how they work, what they are, and what you can do with materials since they're very powerful in UEFN. So, materials, the overview of it, let me give you an example of what material is. So, if you look down at this ground right here, you can see these marks and how it's made and all that. That's all materials. I mean, most people should know what materials are for using UEFN. If not, just giving examples. Like this here, this is materials on top of a mesh, because mesh is the shape, and then or model. People call it models, but meshes, because meshes you can go through, models you can't. I'll get into that in a different video. But materials are what's the look on top of things are, pretty much. So materials are pretty hard to learn. I mean, there's a lot to them, and they look very overwhelming. So let's get a new material going. So we'll name this m underscore test. So this is what your material now looks like. I'm sure all of us are familiar with this. If not, you have all your main components such as your base color, metallic, specular, roughness, all of that stuff. And over here is your actual material and how it look like. So currently, since there's nothing on here, this material has no texture on it, and there's no nothing on it really. That's what this is showing you here. It's just a boring, round, untextured shape. So over here we have all the main settings for your material, and all your material domains, your blend modes, your shaping models, all that type of stuff. Which all these will be important whenever you're, depending on what you're making, like translucent, all that stuff. It will all add up. But anyway, let's make a simple material. So I'll show you guys how to set up a simple material, nothing too crazy. So first off, let's get a vector param. We'll name this. We'll actually name it color, just like that. So we have a color right here. We'll put into base color, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make this probably. Let's just make it like a dark orange color. So boom, if we apply that and we come back out into here, select this. I'll select the grid for this example. I come down here and I have that pulled up and I select it. The whole thing will be this orange material. Pretty cool to make simple colors. I mean, that's really straightforward. There's nothing too crazy about it. So let's get a little bit more into this. So let's say we want it to be more metallic. All we gotta do, hold S on your keyboard and left click, and a param will pop up, and we'll name this metallic. I cannot type. So boom. Okay, we have a metallic param here. So we pull this up into metallic. It will load up metallicness. Let's say I want to make it 0.5. Not really seeing a lot. Let's go to 1. There you go. You can see a difference now. So I apply that and I come out here. You can now see a difference. It's not so vibrant and it has more of that shiny look on it. That is nice to have if you want more of a metal color. So that's just really useful in general. So let's go back up to our material. So far, oh, I guess I put it to 4. I thought I put it to 1. Whoops, my bad. I'll keep it at 1. So that's your metallicness here. So next up, we'll get into specular. So specular, we'll make up another param. I'll just call this S for specular, nothing too crazy. And we'll plug this into specular here. Now all these can be played with these settings, but I prefer using params in case I make a material instance, which I'll show you guys what that is. Maybe not in this video, but in a different video. So let's go ahead and let's put this up to 0.5 to see what this does. As you can see, really not much of a change. Let's go up to 1. You can't really see too much of a change on here. Specular though is the inner reflection of the material. So since it's just a solid material, just a color, it doesn't really apply on this one. But it's useful in case you're trying to make more of an inside reflection compared to outside. So next up, we'll go touch over roughness. I don't know if it'll work very well. Let's go to rough, R for rough. And we'll plug this in here. So roughness is how rough it is, and that applied. Okay. So apparently, if you have roughness, that will apply your reflections and your specular. Because I've turned this down to 0 now, and I turned this down to 0. You don't have that. So let's go back up to 0.5 on here, and it does make it reflect. So your roughness is the main leader of everything. Apparently, I just learned that just now. I did not know that. So now you can see how reflective it is. So depending if you want to be reflective or not, you'll add a roughness. And the roughness, let's see what we can have it do. Let's go up to 0.5 on it. This should make it, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it does. So I set the roughness to 0, and that made it a lot more shiny and metallic looking, or metal looking. But now since I put it up to 0.5, it looks more just copper type of coloring. So the roughness is like the main way of seeing how you can make your object look in different colors. Or not different colors, but different reflections. So if I go up to 0 on here, I make that shiny. I set this to 0. And I showed you guys the specular now. If I do a 0.5, you can see it has more of like an inside reflection, as I was saying before. So if I come back out here, you can now see the reflection isn't so strong, but it's more like an inside reflection. This isn't the best object to try it on, but that's showing you how that works. So we'll set it back to 0, and I'll set this to be a normal color. Now, that's my dog background, I'm sorry about that. Now we'll make, I don't know what Anthropometry does yet. I don't even know if I said that right, my bad, but yeah. I don't know what that does yet, so we'll create another param, and we'll make this, light. We'll call this light. You know what, I mean, it doesn't matter what you name it. I just name it for better organization. So we'll come up here to your emissive color. So emissive color is the light inside of the object. So I put this up to like 1. It's really, really bright. If I put this down to 0.5, it's not so bright. 0.2, all that. But you will see the lighting reflection is white. That's the only downside about it. I mean, on here, it makes it look more white, which is kind of annoying in case you're not trying to make it have that white color. So we'll show you how to fix that better. So what I recommend doing is getting a param vector here. We'll name this light color. We'll pull this out over here. We'll get another param and call it light. You have to delete the first one I did just because I'm used to organizing my stuff. And then right here we'll get a multiply. So we'll go ahead and get that in. And sweet. Okay. So we'll drag this into here, this down here, and then we'll pick a color. Let's go with let's make it have that same orange color. I mean, it won't be exactly the same, but similar. Pull this up to your emissive color, and we'll set this up to 0.5 now. Now you can see it has more of a yellow light emitting from it, or the orange light, not yellow. I don't know why I said yellow. If I put it up to 1, you have a full orange light emission coming from it. You can see, not really in game too well, but if I set the time of day to like night, you can see more of the color reflecting off of it. And then you can make it brighter than 1, because 1's the max for most things, but you can set it like, let's set it to 5. It looks really bright in here. Come back in here and you can really see how bright that thing looks. So that is your emissive color. That's how you can make stuff look really, really well. So coming off of that so far, now we have normal. So if I come into my constants drawer here, and I'm gonna import a height map just because I have a lot. I know where they're all at. So we'll go down to I have it in metal maps here, and I'll go down to, let's just add that's a basic metal map here. So we'll import the texture, and then we'll just drag it into this. So now we have the texture sample. And with this, what we're able to do now is we can add, you can just plug it directly into your normal, because that's what these are, normals. Plug in the normal. And then now, if I turn down the brightness to 0, you will see we have more of a material look on it. This makes it look a lot more rough. Like in this example, let me set it back to daytime. It's a little dark. Oh, I can't click it. Oh, set it up to 10. It doesn't look the best just because how big, largely scaled this one is, which is the only downside. But if I add another object, such as let's add a spear, for example, I will go in here and I'll select my material test. And now you can get a way better look at it. You can see how it looks a lot more rough while viewing it, which I really like that look. And the only downside, you can see a little bit of squares on the sides. That's just the way this model is made. If I scale it up, you'll see it starts losing more of that material look, but since it is made for a spear, it looks pretty well still. So that's a simple height map material there. So if I come back in here now, as you can see, we have a lot going on. It starts looking really complicated really fast. I'm sorry about that. But That's like a really basic material here. This isn't nothing too crazy. There's a lot more you can do with it. So that's like the basics of materials. I don't really want to go over too much more in this video because materials do start getting really crazy really fast. As you can see from this tutorial alone, this probably looks very overwhelming. But it's not very hard, guys. Trust me. This is not very hard. You just gotta make sure that you follow along, pay attention to what you're doing. It's a lot of it's pretty common. Like in this one right here, we just have a color with the param, and we're multiplying them together to give us the output of the emissive color. And that's how you get the color and all the brightness from it. And then all these params are just adding to what we already have on the main shape, which gives us better looks for it. It's really not very hard. These materials are a lot more simple. I'll get into more in-depth ones soon. I might have another video coming out. I don't know when I'll release the other one. I'm going to record it after this one, but I'm definitely going to release another one going over more of this. But yeah, this is a simple material here with a height map and all that fun stuff, which if you guys want a tutorial over how to make height maps off of anything, I will do that if you guys really want it. So anyway, enough rambling. I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. I hope you guys will like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And I have more coming out soon over materials. And I might start touching on the Niagara VFX, uh, all that stuff. I might. That stuff is really advanced too for people who are not used to it. That's why I'm here to show you guys. So anyway, enough of me rambling. I'll let you guys get back on with whatever you guys were trying to use this for. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time.